Welcome to Wrestling with Snipes. Today we'll be reviewing Monday Night Raw for October 21st, 2024. The show kicks off with Bronson Reed arriving to the building and he's attacked by Seth freaking Rollins. Then Seth Rollins marches down to the ring and grabs a microphone and he says, "Bronson, if you want to be famous, I'm gonna make you famous, big boy. Oh my." He tells Bronson to get out here so he can take this beating. Then out comes security and Bronson Reed is right behind them and he starts tossing security out of his way. He gets down close to the ring and Seth Rollins hits a suicide dive. They get in the ring and they dispose of the security guards. Seth then runs at Bronson, but Bronson catches him and hits him with a Death Valley driver. He goes up for the big splash, but Seth rolls outside of the ring. Bronson then jumps off the apron, taking down Seth with a shoulder tackle. Bronson tosses Seth onto the announce table and gets up on top of the barricade. And he goes for a big splash, but Seth moves and Bronson crashes through the announce table. Oh my. And the next contest is a semi-final match for the #1 contender for the Tag Team Championships as the former champions, the New Day, battle Authors of Pain. Woods and Razor start off the match with Woods getting a headlock on Razor. Woods tags in Kofi and Kofi hits a double drop kick to the left arm. Then we see The Miz standing at ringside as we go to commercial. Back from break and we see The Miz, Scarlett, and Cross having a conversation. We go back to the ring and Woods makes a hot tag to Kofi. Kofi leaps from the top hitting a double axe on Akam. Kofi then hits a knee from the top rope. Woods hits a suicide dive on Razor on the outside. Kofi hits another axe handle off the top rope followed by a boom drop. Kofi goes for the Trouble in Paradise but is caught and he's hit with a fallaway slam. Then we see R-Truth attack The Miz on the outside. It distracts Razor. Kofi rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. The New Day pick up the victory. The New Day starts to leave as R-Truth celebrates. R-Truth though turns around and he's surrounded by the Final Testament. Kofi looks like he wants to go help him but Xavier Woods will not allow that to happen. Then the Final Testament attack R-Truth and beat him down. The Miz is laying down lefts and then the lights go out and here come the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six attack the Final Testament and leave them laying. We go to the back and we see Jackie Redmond with Adam Pearce. Jackie asks Pearce what he's going to do about all the chaos and then he's approached by Seth Rollins. And then Seth Rollins is attacked by Big Bronson Reed and the brawling continues in the back. Then we go to ringside and we see at ringside Lash LaRue's good friend, Lash Legend, and her partner, Jakara Jackson. And there, ringside for the next contest is a tag team match with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez against Damage Control's Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Io Sky starts off by taking Liv down, raining rights down onto her head. Liv then runs over and tags in Raquel. Raquel then goes for a powerbomb on Io, but she reverses it into a sleeper. Damage Control then hits a double drop kick. We see Liv on the outside hugging the Crown Jewel Championship as we go to commercial break. Back from break and Io hits a missile dropkick on Liv. Liv then rolls to the outside. Liv hits another missile dropkick from the apron. Then Io grabs Jakara, pulling her over the barricade but turns around and eats a forearm from Lash Legend. The ref calls for a DQ and then the four brawl into the ring until Lash Legend, and Jackson take out Damage Control, leave them laying. Liv and then Raquel slide into the ring and they go face to face with the NXT upstarts. Then we hear the music of Rhea Ripley. Raquel backs off Liv and says, "I got this." Rhea gets in the ring and headbutts Raquel. Raquel then runs at Rhea and Rhea pulls down the rope, with Raquel tumbling over the top rope. Liv then runs but Rhea grabs her by the blonde locks and pulls her into the ring and straps on a submission. Raquel jumps back on the apron but eats a dropkick from Rhea. Looks like Rhea's about to set up for the Riptide but Dirty Dom makes the save. We go to the back and we see Adam Pearce on his phone talking to somebody when he's approached by Seth freaking Rollins. Then out of nowhere Bronson Reed attacks Seth. Security breaks it up and Pearce says, "I've had enough." At Crown Jewel it will be Seth Rollins one-on-one with Big Bronson Reed. We go to the back and we see Kathy Kelly interviewing the Intercontinental Champion main event Jey Uso. Kathy asks him what's going on with his family this past Friday night with the bloodline. Jay says, ironically, we are in the city of brotherly love, but I ain't got no love for my brothers right now. But tonight, I'm concentrating on successfully defending the Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker. We go in round 2. And then Jay says, at the end of the night, you will hear and still Intercontinental Champion. Main event, Jey Uso. Yeet! The next contest is a tag team match with the LWO's Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee against the Creed brothers repping American Made. Dragon Lee flips over the Creed brother for a quick roll up for a 2 count. Dragon Lee then hits a suicide dive taking out both Creed brothers as we go to commercial. We come back to see Rey hitting a Hurricanrana on Brutus. Rey then hits a West Coast pop off the top rope. Both Creed brothers then hit a moonsault on Rey, but Dragon Lee makes the save. Then Dragon Lee hits a double stomp on Julius. Rey kicks Julius into the 619 position, but Gable jumps off on the apron. Zelina throws something at Gable, then Ivy Nigel runs at Zelina, but Zelina hits a Hurricanrana. Back in the ring, Rey hits a 619, then tags in Dragon Lee, who hits a frog splash. 1, 2, 3, the LWO pick up the victory. Then we go to the back and we see Jackie in the back with Braun Breaker asking him how confident he is. Braun says, I'm here to take back the Intercontinental title. It's mine and I want it back. I respect Jay, but he's got a lot of family drama going on, so I just got one question for you. We got any dogs out here in Philly? Before the main event, we see Kathy Kelly in the back with the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. She asks if he's going to take Cody up on his offer this Friday. Gunther says, I will be in Brooklyn this Friday night. Damian Priest then enters and tells Gunther to take care of his business at Crown Jewel because I'll be here waiting and I will be taking back my World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther says good for you and walks away. And it's time for the main event of the evening for the Intercontinental Championship as the champion. Main event, Jey Uso defends against the badass Braun Breaker. Breaker hits a backbreaker to open up the contest. Jay goes to the top, but Braun runs and hits a Frankensteiner. Then we come back from break and Jay hits a spear. 1, 2, he kicked out. Then we see Solo and Jacob Fatu coming through the crowd. Solo shows off the tickets he's purchased to be there. Jay asks him why he's here and Solo says, I'm trying to help you retain the Intercontinental title. Jay then throws Braun into the ring post. Then Tonga Loa grabs Jay and says, I'm here to help you. Jay then hits Tonga Loa with a super kick. Then he hits Tama Tonga with a super kick. He's taking out the tag team champions. Solo then hops over the barricade and says, what are you doing? I'm here to help. Braun then goes for a spear on Jay, but Jay moves and he spears Solo Sikoa. Then Jacob Fatu jumps over the barricade and goes face to face with Braun Breaker. Oh my. Jay then hits a suicide dive, taking out both men. Back in the ring, Jay then hits 2 super kicks on Breaker, then hits a spear, then hits an Uso splash. 1, 2, oh my. Braun Breaker kicks out. Then the Tongas distract the referee so Jacob Fatu can hit Uso with a super kick, a Samoan drop on the announce table. He throws Jay back into the ring. Braun Breaker hits a big super spear. 1, 2, 3. We've got a new Intercontinental Champion. It's Braun Breaker. The Bloodline has screwed Jay out of the Intercontinental Championship. Should be an interesting Friday Night SmackDown.